boys and girls, when we left off, Sprinkles and Lukewarm were getting ready for a big showing at elementary school. Let's find out what happens in Chapter 3, That's Gotta Hurt. "Welcome to elementary school," said Mr. Klutz as he shook Miss Newman's hand. "We're glad to have you here, blah, blah, blah. Learn about weather, blah, blah, blah. Enjoy your visit, blah, blah, blah." He went on like that for a while. The cue card guy, Lukewarm, held up a card. It said, "Thank you very much." "Thank you very much," Miss Newman said. Lukewarm held up another card. "I can't wait to see your school." "I can't wait to see your school," said Miss Newman. "Does Lukewarm have a card for everything you say?" asked Alexia. Lukewarm held up another card. It said, "Yes, Luke has a card for everything I say." "Yes," said Miss Newman, "Luke has a card for everything I say." "Wow," we all said, which is Mom upside down. Lukewarm must be really smart to know what people are about to ask. And Miss Newman must be really dumb if she has to read everything off cards. Our reading specialist, Mr. Mackey, stepped forward. "This shows how reading is such an important skill for kids to learn," he said. "No matter what job you have when you grow up, you will probably have to do a lot of reading." Lukewarm held up another card. "Oh yes, reading is very important. I love to read." "Oh yes," said Miss Newman. "Reading is very important. I love to read." Lukewarm was about to hold up another card, but that's when the most amazing thing in the history of the world happened, and we got to see it live and in person. Suddenly, there was a rumbling sound. The sky got darker, and then a bright white bolt of lightning came shooting out of the sky. Zap! The lightning bolt hit Lukewarm. He fell down. His cue cards scattered everywhere. Everybody screamed, "Lukewarm has been struck by lightning!" shouted Andrea. "Somebody call 911, shouted Mr. Klutz. "Tell them it's an emergency." "Stand back, everyone," shouted our school nurse, Mrs. Cooney. "Give him some air." When Lukewarm hit the ground, Miss Newman shrieked. Then she ran over to where he was lying and held his head in her hands. That's when the weirdest thing in the history of the world happened. Miss Newman leaned over and started kissing Lukewarm. "Ooh," Ryan said. "Miss Newman is kissing Lukewarm. They must be in love." "When are they gonna get married?" asked Michael. "She's not kissing him, dumbheads," shouted Andrea. "She's giving him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation." Oh, yeah. Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation is when somebody stops breathing and you blow into their mouth to fill their lungs with air. It looks a lot like kissing, except that one of the kissers happens to be unconscious. Well, Miss Newman blew air into Lukewarm's mouth. Mrs. Cooney picked up his hand and held his wrist. "Is he dead?" asked Michael. "No, he has a pulse," said Mrs. Cooney. "But we need to get him to the hospital right away." That's when a siren came screaming down the street and an ambulance pulled up. "What happened?" yelled one of the paramedics. "This man was struck by lightning," said Mr. Klutz. "We'll take care of him," the paramedic replied. Two paramedics lifted Lukewarm onto a stretcher. They slid it inside the ambulance and drove away with the siren screaming. Wow, that was scary. "Okay, everybody Pringle up," Mr. Klutz shouted. "Let's get inside the gym. Hurry. We don't want anyone else to get hit by lightning."